In the vast expanse of the cosmos, amidst the swirling galaxies and celestial wonders, lies a power accessible to us all, the power of critical thinking. It's a force that empowers us to navigate the complexities of the universe, both within and beyond our planet. Critical thinking is not merely about thinking harder, it's about thinking smarter. This essay will serve as your guide to understanding and mastering this essential skill. We'll embark on a journey to explore the depths of critical thinking, breaking down its core components and illustrating its relevance in our daily lives. From the mundane to the extraordinary, critical thinking is the key to unlocking our potential. Join me as we delve into the fascinating world of critical thinking and discover how it can empower you to make informed decisions, solve problems effectively, and navigate the complexities of our ever-changing world.
Critical thinking is often misunderstood as simply thinking more or being critical of everything. However, it is far more nuanced and powerful than that. It's about engaging in an intellectually disciplined process of analyzing information objectively and rationally. At its core, critical thinking is about asking questions, challenging assumptions, and seeking evidence. It's about not accepting things at face value, but rather digging deeper to understand the underlying reasons and evidence. Critical thinking encourages us to consider different perspectives, weigh the strengths and weaknesses of arguments, and form well-reasoned judgments. Imagine a detective meticulously piecing together clues at a crime scene. They don't jump to conclusions based on assumptions. Instead, they carefully examine the evidence, consider different possibilities, and use logic and reasoning to arrive at the truth. That's the essence of critical thinking. It's about approaching information with a healthy dose of skepticism, curiosity, and a commitment to uncovering the truth.
Imagine you're about to build a house. You wouldn't just start laying bricks without a plan, would you? The same applies to critical thinking. Before we can effectively analyze, evaluate, or synthesize information, we need to have a clear understanding of the concepts involved. Conceptualizing is the process of forming a mental picture or representation of something. It's about understanding the key ideas, principles, and theories that underpin a particular topic or issue. This involves identifying the essential elements, their relationships, and their implications. For example, let's say you're trying to understand the concept of climate change. You'd need to grasp fundamental ideas like the greenhouse effect, carbon emissions, and the interconnectedness of Earth's systems. This foundational understanding would then allow you to critically analyze information about climate change, evaluate proposed solutions, and form your own informed opinions. Conceptualizing is like building the foundation of a house. A strong foundation ensures that the rest of the structure can stand firm against the test of time and the weight of information.
Knowledge without application is like a seed that never gets planted. It holds potential but remains dormant. Applying knowledge is about taking the concepts we've learned and using them to solve problems, make decisions, and navigate real-world situations. Think of a doctor diagnosing a patient. They've spent years studying medical textbooks and memorizing symptoms, but their knowledge becomes truly valuable when they apply it to analyze a patient's medical history, physical exam findings, and test results. By applying their knowledge, they can make an accurate diagnosis and develop an effective treatment plan. Applying knowledge isn't always straightforward. It often requires us to adapt our understanding to new situations, consider multiple factors, and think creatively to find solutions. It's about bridging the gap between theory and practice. Like a bridge connecting 2 points, applying knowledge allows us to cross from the realm of understanding to the realm of action, where our knowledge can make a real difference.
Section 5. Analyzing information, dissecting information for insights. We live in an age of information overload. Every day we are bombarded with a constant stream of news, opinions, data, and advertisements. It's easy to get swept away in this torrent of information. Analyzing information is like being a detective at a crime scene. We need to carefully examine the evidence, separate fact from fiction, and identify biases. This involves breaking down information, examining relationships, and identifying patterns. Section 6. Synthesizing information, connecting the dots. Synthesizing information is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece of information represents a different part of the bigger picture. When we synthesize, we take these individual pieces of information from various sources and combine them to create a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding. Imagine you're researching a complex topic like artificial intelligence. You might read articles, watch documentaries, and listen to podcasts from various experts with different perspectives. Synthesizing information involves identifying the common threads, connecting the dots between different ideas, and forming a coherent narrative that incorporates the various viewpoints and insights you've gathered. This process often requires us to consider information that might seem contradictory or conflicting at first glance. By carefully weighing the evidence, identifying biases, and looking for underlying patterns, we can develop a more sophisticated and well-rounded understanding of complex issues. Synthesizing information is about going beyond simply accumulating knowledge. It's about weaving together different strands of information to create a tapestry of understanding.
Section 7. Evaluating information, weighing evidence, and perspectives. In a world awash in information, it's crucial to evaluate the credibility of sources. Determine the value, trustworthiness, and relevance of information. Like a judge, weigh the evidence before reaching a verdict. Consider the source, author's credentials, and potential biases.
Section 8. The role of critical thinking in decision-making. Every day we make countless decisions, from the mundane, like what to have for breakfast, to the life-altering, such as choosing a career path. Critical thinking plays a vital role in ensuring that we make sound, rational, and well-informed decisions. When faced with a decision, a critical thinker doesn't simply go with their gut or follow the crowd. Instead, they carefully consider the available options, gather relevant information, analyze the potential consequences of each choice, and weigh the risks and benefits. Imagine you're considering a major investment. A critical thinker would research the company thoroughly, analyze its financial statements, consider market trends, and assess their own risk tolerance before making a decision. They wouldn't base their decision solely on a friend's recommendation or a persuasive advertisement. Critical thinking provides us with a framework for making decisions that are grounded in logic, evidence, and careful consideration. It helps us to avoid impulsive choices and to make decisions that are in our best interests.
Section 9. Examples of critical thinking in everyday life. Critical thinking isn't just for academics or professionals. It's a skill that's valuable in all aspects of life. From choosing a product to evaluating a political candidate, critical thinking helps us to navigate the complexities of daily life. Consider the last time you purchased a new appliance. Did you simply choose the cheapest option? Or did you research different brands, compare features, read reviews, and consider factors like energy efficiency and warranty coverage? That's critical thinking in action. Or perhaps you're trying to decide which candidate to vote for in an election. A critical thinker would go beyond simply listening to campaign slogans and promises. They would research the candidates' positions on the issues, examine their voting records, and evaluate the feasibility and potential consequences of their proposed policies. From choosing a restaurant to deciding whether to trust a piece of news, critical thinking empowers us to make informed choices that align with our values and goals.
Section 10. Cultivating critical thinking, a lifelong pursuit. Critical thinking isn't a skill that we're born with. It's a habit of mind that we develop over time through practice and reflection. Just as an athlete trains their body to perform at its peak, we can train our minds to think critically. One way to cultivate critical thinking is to engage in activities that challenge our assumptions and encourage us to think from different perspectives. This might involve reading books and articles on a variety of topics, engaging in thoughtful discussions with people who hold different viewpoints, or seeking out diverse perspectives on current events. Another important aspect of cultivating critical thinking is developing self-awareness. We need to be aware of our own biases, assumptions, and thought patterns so that we can challenge them and avoid falling into traps of faulty reasoning. Critical thinking is an ongoing journey, not a destination. The more we practice, the better we become at identifying biases, evaluating evidence, and making sound judgments.
Conclusion: critical thinking, an essential tool for life. Critical thinking stands as a beacon of reason and a testament to the power of the human mind. It empowers us to navigate complexities, make informed decisions, and solve problems effectively. It's about thinking smarter, not harder. Approach information with skepticism, curiosity, and a commitment to truth. Analyze, synthesize, and evaluate to form well-reasoned judgments. In an age of information overload, critical thinking is a necessity. It's essential for navigating the 21st century and beyond. Embrace the power of critical thinking. Challenge assumptions, ask questions, seek evidence, and never stop learning. The universe is vast, and critical thinking unlocks its secrets.